Hey Internet, Caligula here, and welcome to another video. So, two things. First of all, today we are in Create-A-Sim because I'm doing an updated version of my sim self. And secondly, today is the last day that I'm going to be greeting you as Caligula. So the reason why I'm doing an updated version of my sim self is because I recently celebrated my first year channelversary. My channelversary was a week ago today, I believe. And my very first video that I ever posted was a creation of my sim self. So I thought that that would be an appropriate video to do for my channelversary. And the reason why today is the last day that I'm going to be greeting you as Caligula is because as of today, I am officially rebranding. Now, before I tell you my new channel name, I want to explain to you my old channel name and the logic behind it and why I want to change it now. If you don't already know, my name is Kaylee. It's spelled K-A-L-I. I know it's spelled like Callie and I don't pronounce it that way. Don't ask me why. And I'm a huge history nerd, particularly a huge ancient history nerd, which was why I thought that the channel name Caligula would be funny, because Caligula was this demented Roman emperor, and yet I really like ancient history, and I don't know, I thought it was funny and sort of punny, so that's why I went with Caligula as my channel name. I also chose that channel name because when I first started my channel, I wasn't exactly sure what kind of content that I wanted to create. I knew first of all that my name was Kaylee, secondly that I was a huge history nerd, and thirdly that I really wanted to be more actively involved in the Sims community. So before I started my YouTube channel, I was pretty heavily involved in the Sims community, but I wasn't really actively involved. So I was watching a lot of other people's videos, and I was reading a lot of other people's Tumblrs and the stories that they post on there, and I was downloading a lot of other people's custom content. But I wasn't actually creating anything myself, which was why I felt like I wasn't really an active part of the community. That was just how I felt personally. I don't think that that should be a general definition of an active participant in the Sims community. In fact, I could think off of the top of my head of several people in the Sims community who aren't traditional creators, but who have a huge impact on the community. So again, that's just how I felt. I felt like I wanted to do something more active. I felt like I wanted to be a creator myself. So that was a big reason why I started my channel. Another big reason why I started my channel was just because I wanted to get better at things like Photoshop and editing video and editing audio. But when I first started my channel, I wasn't really sure what kind of content I wanted to create or what sort of gamer I was. I knew that I wanted to create Sims content, but I was also open to other games. And since I've started my channel, I've learned a lot more about what kind of content I want to create and what sort of gamer I am. So in the end, Caligula ended up being too vague of a channel name and too non-specific to the content that's actually on my channel. Also, a huge reason why I want to change my channel name is because of, well, porn. So Caligula is some like 70s porn video. It kind of has some historical basis because Caligula was like the nephew or something of Tiberius Caesar, and Tiberius Caesar had a lot of orgies or something like that on Capri or Capri. I don't know. So it's like sort of got some historical basis, but when you search for my channel in YouTube search engine, most of the time the results that you see are porn results, and that's not really something that I want associated with my channel. So that's a big reason why I want to change my channel name. So it's too vague, and also, yeah, it's associated with porn currently. Also, since I've started my channel, a few changes have occurred in my life. So as I mentioned before, I have learned more about what kind of content I want to create and what sort of games I want to play. Maybe it's just the Leo in me, or maybe it's just the theater kid in me, but I love voice acting, and I really get a great opportunity to do that with most visual novels. Also, in the past year, I've gotten really into graphic novels. So my whole life, I've always been a huge bookworm, but in the last year, I've gotten really into graphic novels specifically. I've read Tokyo Ghost. I think that was the first graphic novel I've ever read. I've read a few Shakespeare-related mangas, and I'm currently working my way through The Sandman. So yeah, I've gotten really into visual novels and also graphic novels at the same time. Also, in the last year, my physique has undergone some pretty big changes. So I started getting into exercise a couple of years ago, but in the last year, I don't know, it's like my muscles finally started to reconfigure the shape of my body. Like I have abs, I have some quads, my butt is starting to lift up, and physically I feel more powerful. Also, another huge change that has occurred in the last year has been the change in my hair color, as you can see by my sim self today. So a year ago, I was a dark blonde, but now my hair is actually highlighter yellow. So it's yellow, but also it has this green halo, which is pretty cool. Also, it glows in the dark, which is fucking awesome, if I do say so myself. So because in the past year, I've gotten really into visual novels and also graphic novels, and because I feel like my physique is more powerful and my hair is really, really powerful, I started thinking, well, if I'm gonna rebrand, maybe I should rebrand as a sort of powerful comic book-like superhero. And that's how I came up with my new channel name, which is, drumroll please, Acid Jane. So I'm still working on a backstory for Acid Jane, but in my mind, Acid Jane is someone who is formerly a plain Jane until something happened and she just kind of snapped and decided that she was no longer going to be someone who lived in the background, but someone who instead kicked ass and stood out. I don't know where her acid hair color came from. Maybe she, like Two-Face, fell into a vat that disfigured her? I don't know. But that kind of powerful character is who I want my gaming personality to be. I'd love for you to help me come up with a backstory for Acid Jane. I thought of this channel name several months ago, actually, and when I first thought of it, I was like, ooh, I think that's a good one, I think that's the one, but I'm gonna sit on it for a while and see if it really sticks, and I haven't been able to get it out of my mind since then, so that's why I feel like it's right. Who knows, when I come to my 2-year channelversary, maybe I'll decide to rebrand again. Who knows? But anyway, from now on, I'm going to be greeting you as Acid Jane, not Caligula. And I hope that you're okay with that. I feel like Acid Jane is more specific to the kind of content that I want to create because I want to involve more visual novels on my channel. I also want to involve more horror story related things, more things where my video game character has to be a powerful badass. So let me know what you think about my new channel name in the comments below. Like I said, I'd love it if you could help me come up with a backstory for Acid Jane. And I hope that you enjoyed this updated version of my sim self. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you enjoy the content that I have coming for you in the future. I will talk to you again in another video very, very soon. Goodbye!